Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club meeting. How are you today? You can show some reactions up, so, or meh. Yeah, I hope you're all, in a good condition. Stay safe, stay well. And I would like also to warmly welcome all the visiting Toastmasters from other clubs who come to our Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. We have Toastmaster William Lim from Singapore. Welcome, sir, to our club. And we have Toastmaster Titin Ningse from Empire Toastmaster Club. Welcome, Titin. And let's see. We will have another visiting Toastmasters who are not here yet, but we also have one guest. Well, our regular guest, Rahwono. So welcome, Rahwono. Welcome back. Usually when we have guests, I explain a little bit about Toastmasters, but as this is not Rahwono's first time in Toastmasters, so I'm gonna go straight to remind you all about Toastmasters Club mission. So the club mission of Toastmasters is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Also, we strive to uphold Toastmasters' core values, which are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And in our own club, Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, we have our unique club values, which as simple as ABC: appreciate our club members, build each other up, and celebrate our successes. And I also would like to share like a quick hi, Lufty, good to have you. And yeah, I will also would like to share a quick congratulation for all our club members who already finished their education program, level 1, level 2, level 3. Some of you already finished level 5, so congratulations. And remember, as our club values, we celebrate our successes. You will have a poster with you and published in our Instagram account. So if you haven't followed our Instagram account, it's at bhinneka.online_tmc. So our YouTube channel is also Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. All right, so to get the ball rolling in our meeting tonight, I would like to introduce the Toastmaster of the day who will be acting as the MC. And tonight we will have a special Tom because this is Desi's first time in doing Toastmasters of the meeting. So please give a warm applause and show your support and welcome on the virtual stage Toastmaster Desi Eva.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Well, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests, it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to Bhinneka Online Toastmaster Club. Well, for the benefit of the guests, I think you are familiar with this. I would like to explain the structure of this meeting. So the meeting will be divided into 3 sections. The first part is the prepared speech, where members will be delivering speeches based on the project and path that they have chosen. And the second part is this table topic session, is the most fun session. So this is the part where members can practice and thinking and speaking on their feet, or this part also called as impromptu speeches. And the last part, but not least, and this is the core of Toastmaster, is the evaluation round, in which all the prepared speeches will be evaluated. So this is the core of Toastmaster, where members can learn from other members and we can also support each other. So I will introduce the theme of today's meeting, which is I believe I can fly. Well, when I first read the agenda, I believe I can fly, it reminds me of the R. Kelly song. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I know my voice is not good. No, I'm not a good singer. But the thing is, our theme today related to the condition that we have been through for almost like 2 years, I think, since 2000 and emerged on the 2019. So I remember my last flight was on February 2020. That was my last flight. You know what? For me, in my place, I live in eastern tip part of Indonesia. So flight is the airfare is quite expensive. So during this kind of pandemic, flight to be able to fly, to have to travel is a privilege. And because of all these COVID procedure, we have to consider when we want to, if not urgent, I think it's better not to fly, because the first one is the air cost, and then the second one is all the procedure is very tiring and daunting. That's all. So without further, the word of the day is soar. So the term will be explained by our grammarian later. So without further ado, I would like to invite the general evaluator to introduce the team where to lead this the whole meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom, Dancy, Eva. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the GE, General Evaluators. For those that come to Toastmaster for first or second times, well, I would like to ensure that you know what is General Evaluator is doing. General Evaluator is sophisticated task owner in this meeting because it has kind of theme that helps out to ensure that this team is distinguished, is different with another team that you ever meet. Because in this Toastmaster meeting, everyone, everybody, and every speech will be evaluated in certain ways. Now, I would like to invite one of the most important rules in my team. I would like to invite, ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome the grammarian of these meetings, Mr. William. Mr. William, time is yours to explain your rules.
Okay, very good evening, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can hear me well. William is the name, and cultivating of human potential is actually my game. I've been training for the last quite a number of years. But then again, today I'm here to share with you the good usage of English, as well as the pronunciation and whatsoever words used, as well as sentence structure. So hope I can be of assistance. I try not to be too fastidious. So don't worry, I will not push you too hard. Back to you.
Thank you, our honorable grammarian. And I would like to invite the second important members in my team. This will be the timer. Amelia Earhart, please explain your roles.
Yeah. Thank you. So, dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, so today as timers, I will time all the speakers and also will alert them how much time they have left by using my card, green, yellow, and red. So for table topic, the times will be 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card, 1 minute 30 seconds the yellow card, and 2 minutes the red card. For the icebreakers, 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card, 5 minutes the yellow card, and 6 minutes the red card. For 5 to 7 minutes speech, I will raise the green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. And for the questions and answer sessions, it's going to be 6 to 8 minutes. 6 minutes, I will raise the green cards, 7 minutes the yellow cards, and 8 minutes the red cards. And for the individual evaluations, should be 2 to 3 minutes in length. So I will raise the green cards at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. And after the red cards, each speakers will have a grace period of 30 seconds. So for example, for table topic speakers, you will have 30 minutes, and over that, you will be disqualified. So I think that's it from me. Thank you very much.
Very much, timer, Amelia Earhart, and I would like to introduce another amazing in my team, which is a counter. There will be Titi Nancy. Titi Nancy, kindly explain that.
Thank you, GE. Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. My role as the counter is to take note and count the unnecessary words and sounds such as so, like, well, something of the sort, and the number of the times the word of the day, which is sort, are used. And I will present my report when called upon by the General Evaluator. Thank you, and back to you, GE.
Thank you very much, Counter Titin. And I would like to invite another important role in my team, ballot counter, Robin Chan. Please explain your rules. Shall I?
Yep, thank you very much, Toastmaster Rendra, for calling me out. Okay, so guys, I'm the ballot counter, so I will send out the poll, and then after that, you just vote for the best speaker, the best evaluator, and the best table topic speaker for tonight. And don't forget, everyone has a chance to vote. All right, that's all from me. Back to the GE. Over to you.
Thank you very much, ballot counter, Robin Chan. So ladies and gentlemen, in General Evaluator, I'll be evaluating the meetings since the beginnings until it ends. And you will receive all the reports from my teams regarding this quality of this meeting. In this General Evaluator committee, it's not only those who already presents the role takers and the jobs. We have also the evaluators. We'll be evaluating the speaker. So we will have 3 speech evaluator. Evaluator first will be Vivi Amelia Wati Toastmasters. Evaluator second will be Dian Vivi Toastmasters. Third evaluator will be Natalie Chayadi. And of course, we have table topic master, which is Toastmaster Ben. That's my wonderful team, and I thank you, team, for working with me. I hope you all will be working very well to ensure it will be amazing team and amazing result that we can deliver by the end of the meeting. Now I will give the control back to Tom. Tom, it is your turn.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Marendra Dika. Well, I'm sure that your team will be very amazing. Without further ado, let's move on to our first speaker. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Leah. She will be presenting her icebreaker project from her presentation mastery pad. So Toastmaster Leah is a mom with a 5-year-old boy. She loves reading books, but lately reading has become a second priority to her because she's now crazy about watching K-drama. Who doesn't? I also crazy about watching K-drama. So the title of her speech is Push My Limit to Fly. She will be evaluated by Toastmaster Vivi Amelia Wati. So the purpose of her speech is to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. Toastmaster Vivi, would you please read oh no, I think I have read all the proposed. Okay, thank you very much. So Toastmaster Leah, time is yours.
Okay. Thank you, TMDC, for introducing me. Hello, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. When I found out that I need to speak in front of all of you today, yeah, as I told you, I told you before that I'm so nervous. Telling about who I am, apart from mentioning my name and where I live, is not something easy for me. I'm often confused and always wonder what stories about me and my thoughts are interesting to others. Since childhood until I grow up, I'm used to being the one to listen. I'm always comfortable listening to what people have to say. What are their thoughts? Because I think it's always interesting. I like to observe by listening and watching. And I also prefer to write and read. Yeah, that's why, like TMDC said, I like reading books. Books never require me to communicate verbally. Books allow me to read other people's thoughts and stories, both real and fictional. Books keep me going through things well. It was able to give me a lot of input without me needing to ask. And also book can give me comfort without me needing to ask. I can hear the idea from the book whenever I want. Yeah, I think I was trained to be silent and to be a spectator on many occasions. But my life goes on. At one point, I learned that books alone were not enough to keep me safe. Books cannot always be my only backup when I need something. At school, at work, and in many other situations, I also need to talk. I need to say what I think, what I have to offer, what worries me. And in fact, I'm often forced by situations to get out of my comfort zone and have conversations with other people. From there, I can help but learn to express my opinion to other people. Yeah, I learned to get out of my comfortable box, and actually it's hard for me. Finally, I have to invite myself to play outside the circle so I can meet many other new things, bit by bit, little by little. Even to this day, speaking in front of other people is not something I am comfortable with. In some situations, honestly, sometimes I want my speaking sessions to be over. I, I don't know. I always feel afraid that people won't understand what I mean, and always feel, it seems like this is not important for other people. It's only important for me. Even though friends around me often see me as a moderator or MC in many activities, which in the end, I like that activity. But what they don't know is that every time I will be in that situation, I always need to go back to my comfort zone first. Usually my preparation will be long. I take notes, I practice many times. Even then, it's still often not perfect. Yeah. Uh, Maybe I can tell you that I am not a spontaneous person. So if you know to join these Toastmasters, I thought about it years ago, and it hasn't been an option for a very long time until I finally heard about Toastmasters again a few months ago from TM Dela in our virtual canteen group. And then TM Dela introduced me to TM Pipit, which eventually brought me here. Then I said to myself, it seems that this time I have to try to come along. I think I need to push myself to try something new. And if I want to go farther and soar, I need to break the ice inside me and once again to push my limit. And pushing my limit like this often puts my heart and mind at war. One part of me, that is the lazy one, often says, there's no need, Leah, just relax. You don't have to do this. It's better to be lazy. Another part of me says, you need to do this if you want to get what you're aiming for. This part of me has something to make my spirit soar. And yeah, they often like, maybe you know this series, Tom and Jerry. Yeah, they often look like Tom and Jerry for me. They often fight. I don't know why. Before tonight, they also had a fight again in my head. The lazy one, as usually, always tell, Leah, I said so. It would be complicated. You are too much trouble. Then the other one came up with a different argument. And this one said, you may be disappointed, Leah, if you fail, but you are doomed if you don't try. I don't know. It's really hard for them to get along. And until I finally told them, please don't keep fighting because I want to do this with pleasure, and come on, let's go and let's do this. And as you see, here I am now trying to speak and make speeches for my very first time icebreaker. I am trying to push myself to fly. And thanks to TM Pipit and TM Ben for helping me. So once again, nice to meet you. I'm Leah. I'm a mom of a boy, like TM Desi said earlier, and I love him so much as I love my little club. It's named Semesta Kumbo. Maybe someday I will tell about it more. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Leah. Well, Toastmaster Leah is our newest member, so I would like to invite all the members to unmute and congratulate her on breaking the ice. Yay!
Congratulations.
Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family.
Round of applause.
Okay,
You.
thank you very much. Well, as her speech, when I remember of last night I read about a personality. So Toastmaster Leah, I think is more she has a phlegmatic personality where she's a very relaxed person and then easygoing. But it's good to try something new, Toastmaster Leah, because I think you have a little bit of choleric personality where you have so many spirits. I mean, you have spirit inside you. Well, for the second.
Oh, sorry, Toastmaster Desi, can you test the card showing?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
It
Just
was
now I
not
saw
clear
that
enough.
the timer is not showing the color, I mean, on the screen. Would you please,
Imelda, can you try?
Imelda, can you please show me the card on the
So
screen?
this is the yellow, the green card.
I think
Yes.
you could put it
Too close. It was
too close to the camera.
Okay.
It was dark. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
sorry. So
And then
green
the
card.
yellow one, please.
The yellow,
Right, then the yellow card, the yellow one.
too close.
Oh,
It's too small. Yeah, okay. Then the red.
okay. Then the red one.
Not too close to the camera, I think, because sometimes it becomes dark.
Okay, thank you, Imelda.
Okay, thank you very much,
Don't
Imelda. Okay, just make sure
keep the
to
distance.
put it not too close to the camera. Okay, for the second prepared speech will be delivered by Toastmaster de la Jascara. The title of her speech is Oxytocin, the Love Hormone. So she will be delivering which is sorry. Where is the agenda? So this is a speech from her presentation mastery level 2 project 1 effective body language. So the length of her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of her speech is to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how she used nonverbal communication when delivering the speech. So notes for the evaluator: during the completion of this project, the member has spent time learning about and practicing her body language, including gesture and other nonverbal languages. So welcome, Toastmaster Della. Oxytocin, the love hormone. Oxytocin, the love hormone, Toastmaster Della.
Okay, good evening from Indonesia. Okay, let's sit straight, everyone. If you are standing, it's okay. But if you are please sit straight and relax your shoulder, relax your jaw, relax your eyes, and take a deep breath for a while. Deep inhale, completely exhale. You can make sound with at exhale. Let's take one deep breath and okay. Oxytocin. We know that oxytocin is the neuropeptide hormone that produced in our pituitary gland, and in women it will reach optimum level when woman is in labor first. So in labor we need to dilate. You know what it is? It is the dilatation chart. Dilatation is the opening of the cervix when woman in labor. So this is 1 centimeter up to 10 centimeters. The 10 centimeters means when the baby head is crowning. So it's like, yeah, the head is in the cervix and mother can touch it usually. That's the main role of oxytocin in labor. is for dilatation and for sure increase the contraction. So today I will talk about oxytocin, its function and how it's work for us as human being, mammal. And it's also produced in a male body also. So oxytocin, we call it the love hormone. Why? Because the hormone released when we feel love, when we feel relaxed, when we feel calm, safe, and sound. So this hormone will releasing into our body to give sensation of friendship, trustworthy, sympathy. For sure, it's like just like if you are fell in love. Your body is relaxed, your body is just not in non-stress condition. So this hormone have an impact of your relaxation cycle. Yeah, we have two cycles in our body for sure, activation and relaxation. In the other side of oxytocin, we have cortisol and adrenaline. These two hormones impacting the oxytocin level. Well, oxytocin increase, the cortisol and adrenaline hormone is decreased. So it's working like vice versa. You can have a lovely or sexual activity involving oxytocin. It will in sexual activity means your oxytocin level is like gradually increasing, and like it's soaring at its maximum level while you get your orgasm. Then adrenaline and cortisol level at this point will totally decrease. You feel so relaxed, you feel so like soaring to the high, fly away to the sky maybe. And yes, the cortisol and adrenaline level will increase when oxytocin level is decreased. So they are working vice versa. Then what did you know? Do you know that oxytocin level can increase also in such activity? I can mention it 3 or 5 for you in here. One is when you are listening to soothing music. Yeah, if you are listening to soothing music that you love the most, maybe I don't know what. Maybe we have different style of soothing music. Maybe Pipit, her soothing music, maybe Linkin Park. Well, Linkin Park will totally increase my adrenaline. So soothing music, it's totally up to you. And yes, it will increase your oxytocin level. Second, have a massage, a good massage. For you can doing your self massage, like tapping your body, or just like giving your back massage by yourself, or asking your loved one, or just go to spa or service. The third one is eating banana, egg, and pepper. It is also said that will increase your oxytocin level. In maybe it's not as high as hugging or loving someone or making love or delivering your baby, but yes, it's did. And the fourth one, kiss and hug. Kiss and hug more. It is said that in a day you can have 8 hugs per day to have such a stable level of your oxytocin. So guys, like in the earlier before, breathing method also calming your body, your mind, and stabilize your oxytocin level. Then hopefully it will decrease your stress hormone which is adrenaline and cortisol. Thank you for today and have a oxytocin level increase tonight. Bye.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jella. I really need this kind of hormone right now. I really need oxytocin because I've been in very tense condition for about 3 months. And I think massage, yes, I got that last night, massage. And bakso with spice, with so many sambals. Of course, it's increasing my oxytocin. And soothing music is not work for me because I'm working while listening to soothing music. My adrenaline and oxytocin were at the same level at the time. Well, thank you very much, Toastmaster Jella. It's very an educational talk. I learned a lot from this one. And without further ado, let's move on to our third speaker, Toastmaster Lutfi. Our third speaker is Toastmaster Lutfi. Okay, sometimes I afraid that I might pronounce his name wrongly. Lutfi, right? Toastmaster Lutfi will be delivering a level 4 project 2 elective Q&A project from his presentation mastery pathway. So he will be evaluated by DTM Natalie. The length of his speech is 15 to 20 minutes. As explained earlier, the purpose of this project is for the member to learn about and practice facilitating a question and answer session. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to practice delivering an informative speech and running a well-organized question and answer sessions. The member is responsible for managing time, so there is adequate opportunity for both. So Toastmaster Lutfi, lesson we learn, Toastmaster Lutfi.
Okay, am I audible? Visible? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you miss most during pandemic? Some of you might say that you miss going out with friends and then eating outdoors. Or some of you might say traveling. Please raise your hand if you miss traveling. If you miss traveling. Okay, I see Della, I see Titin, okay. And I guess, well, I'm going to talk about traveling on my speech today. The reason why I talk about traveling is because we all need to travel. We all need to loosen up. So then, not to mention that I get paid to travel. So that is the perks of my business. So what do you get from traveling? I'm going to divide my speech today into sessions. The first session will be about me giving speech about traveling, and the second session is we're going to have a question and answer session about the topics that I choose. Okay, so for the first 7 minutes, I'm going to finish my speech, and then after I finish my speech, I will give the audience a chance to ask questions, or maybe I can also give question and you answer to my questions. Okay. Now, when we're traveling, we get something. It's either we get lost or we found something, right? It's either new experience or new perspective. Now, we're going to play a guessing game, right? We're going to play a guessing game about the country that I'm going to talk about today. So we're going to talk about the country today, right? So if I and you may unmute yourself and then answer my question, all right? So if I say Ronin and then Shinkansen and Bushido, what is the correlation? What is the country that I'm talking about? Japan. All right, Narendra Dika. Thank you very much. So yes, Japan, the land of the rising sun. Now I'm going to talk. I had a chance to visit Japan several times due to my work. And then what is so amazing about Japan? There are a lot of things that we can talk about Japan, but for tonight, I'm going to talk about only 3 things. Number 1, about punctuality. Number 2, about cleanliness. And number 3, I'm going to talk about honesty. All right, let's get to my first point about punctuality. Now, I already talked about the Shinkansen part, right? The guessing game that I just asked you guys. Now, the Shinkansen. Okay. Now, the Shinkansen is a very fast train. Now, it's never late. Like if we compare to trains in other countries, I would say that Japan has one of the most efficient and also a very on schedule, on time scheduled trains. Now, there's this story that I had from the internet and the one that I also witnessed when I was there. Is that if the Shinkansen is late, the train station is actually handing out notification for the employees or anyone who needs it, saying that the train is late because of their fault, and therefore they apologize for it. And that card or that information from the train station can be used for the employees or anyone who needs to use it as not an excuse, but actually just this is a proof that why they come late to their office is because of the train is late, because most likely the train in Japan never late. So, but punctuality, that is the one thing that that I love about Japan. You can find any schedule, and then there's an app there, like navigating apps or something. So I use it every time, so I can choose trains that I need to take, and then it's really on time. It's like until to the very minutes, always on time. Now, number 2. Now, if anyone here a football fan? Anyone football fan? Football? No? I guess Ben is a big fan of hockey, right? And no, softball, right? Softball, yeah, man, softball. All right, sorry. Now, there's baseball. All right, sorry, my bad. Sorry. So there's an event in Russia, 2016. There's a match between Japan and Honduras, if I'm not mistaken. So after that match, the Japan fans is actually cleaning up the stadium. It's like they clean up the stadium, so the stadium is clean. It's like, could you imagine a group of fans is actually cleaning up the stadium, while we know that that is not even their obligation to clean up the stadium, since we're only spectators, right? But since they are told to be clean every time, so that's what they do, and it's actually amazed the world that they do such thing. Now, for other countries who never saw things like that, it might be so it may be strange, right? It's like for spectators of football watch clean up the stadium. But it turns out that in Japan, the kids are taught to clean up for themselves. So if you're asking for kids in Japanese schools, they don't have gender to clean up the rooms and anything, because every morning the kids gathered and then they clean up the classroom by themselves. So this is why being clean is a part of Japanese culture, I believe. Now that is about cleanliness. Oh yeah, red flag from Imelda. Okay, thank you. Now the last part is about honesty. Now, when I was there, me and my wife, we headed to public toilet, and my wife accidentally left her cell phone on the sink of the toilet, and then we go out and we forget about it, right? So it's like, man, it's like, what happened to my wife's cell phone? It's like, it's going to be gone like forever. But to my surprise, we come back to that public toilet, and the phone is still there. Now, I believe that if the event happens in Indonesia, like in, I don't know, Jakarta or Bandung, it's like, man, come on, cell phone, like in public toilet, like leave it for 1 hour, going back there, I believe it's going to be gone. It's like gone. Like you're not going to ever find it. So I guess that is the three things that I love the most about Japan, because their punctuality, because their cleanliness, and their honesty. Okay, so basically traveling for me is not just visiting one country. It also gives us new perspective, lessons we learn. So to wrap up my speech, it's just 7 minutes already. So I learned about punctuality, cleanliness, and honesty. That is my first part of the speech. I would like to open the second session, which is a question and answer session. You can ask me questions about Japan. Hopefully I can answer it. If I cannot answer it, maybe some of you can answer it for me, right? So I'm going to open my first session. Okay, anyone, please?
Ben has a question.
Okay,
so
Ben.
You mentioned the topic about punctuality with Japan.
Yes.
But when I was in Japan, one of the most fascinating things I found is that when you're on the train, it's assumed that you don't talk, right? You don't make a lot of noise. You allow everyone to kind of be in like a quiet peace. When you and your wife were there, did you guys have a loud conversation on the train? And did you get any looks when you were making any kind of noise or your phone rang or something like that? And how did you deal with it if you did?
Okay. Thank you very much, Ben, for the question. So now this is another interesting thing that we also found in Japan. They actually have this sign on the train, says that, well, more or less, it's like, please be considerate with other passengers. So please don't use cell phone on the train or talking too loud. So from what I observed, they actually don't talk to each other on the phone on the train. So it's like it's just quiet, dead quiet. No one used the phone. So because of that, when I was with my wife on the train, I don't actually talk too loud, or if it's not too necessary. And so even if I need to talk, I keep it as low voice as possible, because I don't want to disturb others. And then and another fact that I got, like, the reason why I always assume a Japanese person is a cold person, right? Because they seem so quiet and they don't talk to other people. So it turns out that they don't engage conversation first, is because they don't want to what's it call it? They don't want to bother us, you know? It's like when we're on train, for example, we're on the park, okay? And then me and this person, then that person is Japanese. They won't open the first conversation because they might think that they might bother me. So it's just simple as that. So basically that is my question. That is my answer. Anyone else? Probably, Robin?
Rendra.
Rendra, okay, Rendra.
It seems that you're very, very, very proud and very happy and very kind of positive way surprised with Japan. Have you ever fallen in love with Japanese girl?
This is recorded.
Oh yes, of course. This is my genuine question.
This is recorded, and my wife is at home. Very good, Rendra. Okay, no, I would say that Japanese women is beautiful. Yeah, they are beautiful. But fall in love with Japanese women? No, because I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone there. So, but yeah, I mean, the girls are beautiful. The boys is also handsome. So yeah, that is my question. Next, anyone?
Me, Pipit.
Okay. Oh yeah, Pipit. Okay.
Okay, so you keep giving compliments about the
Yeah.
habits you learn from Japan. Is there anything that did not impress you until now from here?
I don't know. To be honest, uh, up until now, I I I still can't find things that I dislike about Japan because uh I don't know. No, for until now, no. I still cannot find anything that I don't like from Japan.
Okay, so
Okay.
what do you think about, they said a lot of people in Japan are not happy, basically. So a lot of tests about level of happiness.
Ah,
People in
all
Japan,
right. So
a lot of them say they
okay.
don't. So they're not.
Yeah. Uh, I guess the okay. Thank you Pipit for the question. I guess the level of the happiness from Japanese people is maybe I consider it considerably low, middle to low, because maybe because they have this such high expectation, right? Expectation, but they have to become, you have to get good grades, uh, you have to meet certain level of success, or people ask people expect it to be perfect somehow. And then, well, that part, uh, there is good and bad part, and good side about it, right? It's okay to be try to be perfect, but if it burdens you mentally, I don't think so. So I guess no. Yeah, that is a good point, Pipit. Thank you very much for pointing that out. But being too stressed is not a good. Anyone else? Do I still have time? Where's my timer?
Della raised her hand.
Okay. Yes, Dela.
Is the time still available?
Yes, you can go on.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Dela.
Okay. I ever told once about Japan before. I went to Japan 3 years ago for holiday, and my friend said, my good friend said, yes, you will love Japan when you are in holiday, but not for work. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you very much. I guess I also agree with your friend, because there's also saying for there's also saying holiday in Bali is like heaven, but working in Bali is like hell. I don't know if Ben and Natalie agrees that or not, but uh, I believe that uh, being a Japanese, you are pressured to be perfect, I guess, and that is, I mean, it's like the tension from your employer and the tension from your peers, and then if you're not perform, it's like, man, it's like you're going to be humiliated there. So I agree with your friend that holiday in Japan is good, but uh, working there, I don't think so. Since Imelda is giving a yellow card for me, I guess I will wrap up this question and session. Thank you very much for your answers and questions and inputs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Back to Tom.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Lufty. As Toastmaster Della said, you can increase your oxytocin level by traveling. Upon hearing Toastmaster Lufty's speech, my oxytocin level is soaring up to the sky. Okay, so that's the end of our prepared speeches. So let me call upon the timer. Are all the speakers eligible for the vote? Let me see.
Okay, So Leah is eligible 4 minutes 40 seconds. Della 6 minutes for 58 seconds. Lufti 9 minutes 12 seconds for the speech.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone is eligible. Everyone are eligible. Okay.
Except Lufti.
Oh,
He's not
no.
eligible because his speech is 9 minutes 12 seconds and the questions and answer sessions is 7 minutes 29 seconds.
So in totals?
In total, 16 minutes 41 seconds.
Oh, he's still eligible then because his
Oh,
speech
okay.
length is like. Oh, in his evaluation form, let's the evaluator decide.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for the timer for the reporting. So now is the time for the group picture based on the agenda. So I will ask Toastmaster Robin to help out to take the picture.
Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. So now we'll take a picture. So now, guys, turn on your video so that we can take a beautiful picture of you. We have Lila here. Hi, Lila. Can you turn on your video right now? If you can. If you can't, then it's okay. 1, 2, 3. No, she's not here. Okay. Let's smile, everyone. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Wait, I need to retake that. it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Okay, hold on. Wrong button. Let me try that again.
You
Okay.
need oxytocin.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, now we do like a different picture because the theme of the day is I believe I can fly. So let's soar. All right. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, Tom.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Robin, for helping taking the picture. Now we move on to our most fun section, the table topic session. But today is special because our table topic master, Toastmaster Ben, will also doing his project on, I don't know what's level is this?
Level 2.
Oh, level 2. I'm sorry. Level 2 project, active listening. So the purpose of his project is for him to demonstrate his ability to listen to what others say. So not for the evaluator. The member completing this project is practicing active listening. So he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Brahma. So I will invite the table topic master, Toastmaster Ben. Time is yours.
Hello, welcome to the fun parts of Toastmasters, where you, the audience that have not given prepared speeches, get an opportunity to present and try out a topic. So I'm going to share my screen, and I've got a list of people that have already kind of either voluntold them or I've asked them and they said yes. So it's a mixture of two. Our first person we're going to have, because I want to hear him speak more, is going to be our Zoom master and bell counter, Robin. So Robin, you're going to get to go first to show it how it's done. So share my screen. All right, presentate, as my students would say. Presentate. Presentation. All right, I believe I can fly. Oh man, I didn't edit it. Anyways, Orville and Wilbur Wright were the inventors of the first airplane on December 17, 1903. The Wright brothers launched an era of human flight when they successfully tested a flying vehicle that took off by its own power, flew naturally at even speeds, and descended without damage. Robin, what is something that you have accomplished in your life that no one thought you ever could?
Wait, let me find it. Let me find the timer. You caught me off guard. Sorry, I was doing something else at the same time. Can you?
Robin, can you please
Yes.
pin the timer? I mean, spot the timer for everyone.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
himself.
All right. Well, in life, there's a lot of things that you can do, but not everybody can achieve something that you can think of or even imagine. You know, a lot of people say that you have to imagine so that you can create something. But sometimes when you just imagine it, it's just in your mind and you're not doing it. A lot of people are still thinking about it, still thinking like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to fly to Japan, I want to like travel to Indonesia, but yet can you do it? Like for me personally, I overthink a lot. I like to think and I overthink sometimes. And I want to achieve something, but I've sometimes, because of the way I think, I said, you know, I need to prepare it first. Then only I can do something about it. But sometimes, you know, when you plan so much, you can't really execute it well because you plan for mistakes. Sometimes it's good to just allow mistakes to happen. Then you can do something about it. Let me give you an example. For me personally, one of the things that I never imagined of doing is this job, this role right now as a Zoom master. And few months ago, I was the Zoom master, the lead Zoom master for the Mauritius National Conference, which has never been done before in Mauritius. And I was the first one who planned everything and initiated it. But 20 years ago, Toastmasters was in Mauritius, but never ever someone thought about it. But yet, I was able to do that because if I would think so much of how to do it and not allow risk to happen, I wouldn't be able to do it because I made mistakes. I allow mistakes to happen and then I was able to make it happen. What about you? Over to you.
All right. Robin soared with that answer. Didn't overthink it too much. He sure didn't have time to over prepare and plan for mistakes. He just went in the role and imagined it and it happened. So that is how you start off with a little bit of unprepared and just unsolicited. Oh, hey, Robin, your turn. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to have our counter. Titin, you are going to be next. And
Yes, sure.
okay, let's get back to the presentation. They can see it. Great. Anyways, okay, let's just go here. Amelia Earhart. Earhart was the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She set many other records, wrote best-selling books about her flying experiences, was instrumental in the formation of the 99s, an organization for female pilots. So, Titin, who is someone in your life that has been your role model for greatness?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ben. My role model, okay, talking about role model, this will be very interesting. As my occupation is a business practitioner, so my role model is the late Mr. William Suryajaya. And why I like him, Mr. William Suryajaya? Because he believed that high employment rate will help the nation to decrease the crime rate. So he did a good thing more than just making profit for himself, for the business that he ran. He also tried his best to employ as much employees as possible. Why? Because he wanted to help the nation to reduce the criminal rate. So besides that good quality that Mr. William Suryajaya had, I admired him as well because of his creativity and then his bravery. Most of all was his bravery, because he was brave enough to take the risk so that he could be a great businessman in his time. So to conclude, my role model is the late Mr. William Suryajaya because of his bravery to take the risk and also his intention to help the nation by increasing the number of people who are in employment field, who are employed, so that there will be lower criminal rate in the country. So thank you for this question, and back to you, Toastmaster Ben.
All right, Tim, great job. And again, another soaring answer to kind of lead us to where we think we can fly. And again, when you take great risks and you have a business model where you're doing something different, right? Employing people, trying to prevent high crime rate, giving people opportunity, that is someone definitely you can look up to and have connection with. So hopefully you could do the same as you go on. Very good job. Next, we're going to have our visiting guest that keeps on coming back, so we might as well just become a member. Rashwano, you are up next, and your topic is go a little faster. Sputnik 1. Sputnik 1 was the first artificial Earth satellite. It was launched in elliptical low Earth orbit by the USSR on October 4th, 1957, as a part of the Soviet space program. It orbited for 3 weeks before its batteries died. It orbited slightly for 2 months before it fell back to the atmosphere on January 4th, 1958. So being the first to accomplish something is pretty much a great feeling. What is something that you accomplished and felt so great afterwards? Something.
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Ben, for the question. Something that I accomplished and I feel great afterward is when I firstly won the elections to be the board of the employee, what is it called? Employee community in my office, because it's a board of a member. It consists of several employees there. We try to build a friendly community in the office, and everything should be good for the employee within the office. So that's the very first thing that I accomplished, and I feel great afterward. And by accomplishing it, it unlocked many things afterwards. It unlocked me to so many opportunities. I get several times invited to meetings with the board of the members, with the managers, and with the owner sometimes. So I felt great after. And after that, it also led me to be in a place where I decided to design several activities for the employees, it's called for the employees betterment. Let's say several activities such as badminton and also futsal and everything, including the sporting activities. So that's the first, and I felt great after. Thank you.
Awesome. That is fantastic. Doing something and you having this great feeling is like, it's contagious, right? It's like, what is that word, Della, that you mentioned? What is the word she mentioned? Oh, she should have chimed in. All right. When you release your what?
Oxytocin?
Oxytocin, right? Winning does that as well. So winning an election within your work and then being able to have the confidence, because you have that great feeling, it leads to opportunities. And when you walk into an office and you're having this great feeling, it's contagious. Your upper management's going to see that. They're going to give you more opportunities. You're going to add more value to the employees, and you're also going to lead more and more and more, and you're going to create this environment where people just want to be around you. So fantastic and great. Thanks for sharing that with us, adding more value to our meeting. Our next participant is going to be our grammarian, William Lim. Are you ready for this, sir? Yes. Mr. William, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Michael Collins, who the heck is this guy? Collins was a part of the three-man Apollo 11 crew that in 1969 effectively ended the space race between the United States and Russia and fulfilled President JFK's challenge to reach the moon by the end of 1960s. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, they were the first two men to walk on the moon, but Michael Collins, the oh-so-forgotten Michael Collins, stayed inside. As the three dudes, he didn't get to walk on the moon. So Mr. William, in your life, what is something that you sacrificed for other members of your family or the overall group where you might not have gotten all the glory to be the first one to walk on the moon?
Okay, thank you for the topic, table topic master, Ben. Well, you don't really need to take glory for every single thing that you do, because teamwork itself builds very strong individuals. Don't think of doing it just for yourself, but as a team itself, so that when your partners and so on actually achieve together something that is memorable, even though you are not there, you are still part of it. So don't take it too seriously, because it doesn't matter who got the glory, because ultimately people will still respect you for what you have done. Like, for example, I have a lot of disciples or so-called proteges whom I actually groom to become world champion speakers. But then again, it doesn't matter whether they thank me or whatsoever. I don't need that. But I'm happy to see them being the champion. So even though they don't thank me or whatsoever, or they didn't mention to news or whatsoever that I'm the one actually been guiding them, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that we still have the friendship. We still meet one another every now and then for coffee or tea, or even for a meal. And the best part is that when I go overseas to meet up with them and so on, they'll just come and pick me up by themselves, and then they'll bring me to someplace nice whereby we can actually sit down and chit chat and talk about old times and what we can do together. So sometimes don't be too petty over what you are not involved in, but then again, your involvement over there itself is, your presence itself is already good enough to be able to let people understand and then respect you for the rest of their life. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Mr. DTM William Lim. Great message for all of you listening, right? You don't need to take the glory, right? You put a little bit into other people's success and let them have the success, it'll come back. Fun fact, just hidden fact. Right here in my computer, next to my computer is a tablet where my debate team was just competed in the championship round. So as a small part of their coaching staff, I'm really just excited to see them win possibly their debate. And I was a little bit part of it. And it's great feeling to be able to help and let others have their moment in time, because you'll have yours as well. All right, do we have time for how many? I know we got one, at least one left. How many more do we have time for? 2, 3, timer, presidents?
One more, Ben.
Okay, one more, great. Sarah, last but not least. Sarah, okay, it's good. This is the one I wanted to stop on anyways. Maya C. Jamison. She is the first African-American female astronaut. In 1992, she flew to the space aboard the Endeavour, becoming the first African-American woman in space. Now, there are a lot of fields where it's deemed a man's world, but time and time again, women have proven they are capable of greatness when given the opportunity. Sarah, what is something you accomplished when you were just given that shot?
Okay. Thank you very much, Ben, for the questions. Well, each of us has our own capacity. Fellow Toastmasters, some people might differentiate, oh, women should do this and men should do this. But in the equality of gender, now all women and men can do anything they want as long as they have the capacity and commitment to do it. Don't forget commitment. Even though you have capacity, as long as you don't have commitment, then you will never finish anything. Well, in my case, let me tell you a little bit story. I'm working in a plantation sector. For some of you who don't know what is plantation, in Bahasa it's perkebunan. Yeah, I'm working in one of the state-owned company. It's PTPN 5. And here they put me, my designation is not in the office, in the headquarters. No, I used to be there before, but then they placed me in the field, on fields as the chief of staff. Some of them say that, or chief of clerk, yeah, or in Bahasa it's like administration manager. Mostly this role were handled by men because of the harsh and hard environment in the plantation. I mean, we are surrounded by men, the people who harvest the, the fresh fruit bunch. And then all my employees mostly are men. And even me as from the middle up management, I'm the only woman here. But you know what? It doesn't make me feel discouraged. I believe when someone when someone put you into something, when someone challenge you, means they know you have the capacity to do it. One thing, remember, I said commitment. When people believe you and put their trust in you, you just commit and then do your best. I know I'm lacking in leadership skill. That's why I joined in Toastmasters, and it helps me a lot to be more consistent, to be more tough in this hard environment. The journey is not gonna stop here. I mean, I'm gonna go through a lot of more challenges in the future, but I believe as long as I have the commitment and the willingness to learn, then everything can be conquered. I think that's all. Over to you, Ben. Thank you.
All right, Sarah, fantastic. And again, it's the idea that when given the opportunity, Sarah was able to soar and take the role. It doesn't really matter where or when or how it got done. She accomplished it and still is accomplishing things, which allows for, be a role model for all little girls out there that want to do something different, right? And just be happy that we're not in Afghanistan where they think the girls should not be in the same place as men. So Indonesia, great country to be in, right? All right, that is my time as your Toastmaster. Fantastic job of all participants soaring above expectations. And again, I believe that you all can fly by the answers that were given, right? I will give it to our wonderful timer to let us know who is eligible. Madam Timer.
Okay, thank you guys. So Robin, 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Titin, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Rachuono, 1 minute, 47 seconds. William, 2 minutes, 9 seconds. And Sarah, 2 minutes, 14 seconds. So everybody is eligible. Thank you.
All right, Tom, back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Toastmaster Ben, for leading such a great table topic session. So now it's time for the polling. I would like to ask our ballot counter, Robin Chan, to help me to release the poll. Yes. Have you prepared the poll?
Yeah, the poll is after the evaluation.
Oh, is it? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now let's move on to our next part of meeting. This is an important part of our Toastmaster meeting. So in this session, so constructive feedback is given to each speaker as well as to the overall meeting. So the member could benefit from the experience from the evaluation given by the evaluator to become a better speakers. So I would like to invite our GE to lead the session. GE, please.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of meeting, Desi Eva. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a moment that we are learning from each speaker will be evaluated by each individual evaluator. For those that it is the first time coming to Toastmasters, it is a session which is distinguished Toastmasters meeting with other else meetings because it has evaluation sessions. In this evaluation session, you can see yourself how the evaluator will evaluate thoroughly each speaker, especially how each speaker delivering its speech. For not further ado, I would like to invite the first evaluator. The first evaluator will be Toastmaster Vivi, right? Toastmaster Vivi, time is yours.
My fellow Toastmasters, today Toastmaster Leah presented her first time speech. As informed before, the purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Leah to introduce herself to the club member here and learn the basic structure of a public speech. I'm surprised to see her speech. It doesn't sound that the common people usually spoke for the first time. In 5 minutes 40 seconds, Toastmaster Leah shared with us fluently and with self-confidence. That's awesome. The other thing that I noticed she's good at is using her hand gesture well. You all here notice from the beginning until the end, Toastmaster Leah play around with her hand gesture, such as showing like get along, thank you. It's good because hand gesture will support the message that she conveys to us. Toastmaster Leah, you want to work on for the improvement, the intonation. Let's play around with vocal variety. Bring the emotion to the audience, such as when you show your excitement. Well, when you say that you like to read the book, right? Then you can make some vocal variety. You can play around with vocal variety. For example, my fellow Toastmaster, reading a book makes me comfortable. So it helps the audience to remember what you like. And you can use the prompt. For example, my fellow Toastmasters, reading a book makes me comfortable. Let the audience remember something about you. And the second that you want to improve is facial expression. Similar with the intonation, where you want to say something happy, show it to us. Bring us to the same experience that you have. I give you the same example, like you say to the audience, my fellow Toastmaster, reading a book makes me comfortable. Say it in different way. Say it with happy face, like my fellow Toastmaster, reading a book makes me comfortable. Say something like that. And your standing position, please make sure that your eyes is in the same position with everyone here look at you. I realized that you stood up, but your eyes look down like this. So please adjust your camera. Overall, it was a nice piece to introduce yourself to the club. You know, you like to read the book and the book makes you comfortable. For the next piece, you want to challenge yourself by presenting the piece that play around with vocal variety and improve your facial expression. Toastmaster Leah, today you push your limit to fly. Next piece, you push your limit over the sky, a step further. Good job, Toastmaster Leah. Looking forward to seeing you for your next piece. I know you can do it. Thank you. Back to GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivi and Toastmaster Leah. Now you know how in Toastmasters your speech is evaluated professionally by dedicated persons, evaluator. Now, I would like to invite a second evaluator, none other than Toastmaster Dian. Toastmaster Dian, time is yours.
Okay. Good evening, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmaster, welcome guests, and Toastmaster Della. Congratulations, Toastmaster Della. Toastmaster Della, I like your opening of the speech. First, because you asked the audience to do the yoga movement, and it make us relax for a while and give us a grand information about what you are going to deliver. Toastmaster Della, I also like your topic. This is about oxytocin hormone. Yes, it is very informative because we know what is this hormone. First, you explain about the oxytocin hormone, and then you give as an example what the activity where this hormone release, such as foot massage, childbirth, and then lactation, and then hugging, and also in banana eating. And for your speech, we know that this hormone has the psychological effects, emotions, and behavior. Toastmaster Della, I like the way you deliver speech. It's so natural, and you use your gesture effectively, such as you use your finger to enhance your speech, like first, and then second, third, fourth, and fifth. And you also use your hands to describe like a rice, yeah, and then you use your hands like this to describe. And also your language spoken is clear, yeah, and then we can hear your speech. However, Toastmaster Della, I would like to challenge you to use unintentional gestures. It is good you use your finger to enhance your speech. However, sometimes you like wave your hands, yeah, and then use less filler words such as and yeah, and then try to make eye contact more. Sometimes I noticed that you look at above and you didn't look at the camera. This is only my opinion as your audience, and hopefully it helps. Plus, Toastmaster Della, I really enjoy your speech and looking forward to seeing your next speech. Back to you, Madam. Back to you, Toastmaster Tom.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dian and Toastmaster Della. That is amazing of evaluation sessions. Now, Toastmaster Della knows better about something that she might improve. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so I would like to invite the Superwoman evaluating Superman. So this is Avengers titles of evaluating finals. I would like to invite the third evaluator, none other than our Madam President, Toastmaster Natalie. It is your turn.
Thank you, General Evaluator Rendra. Wow, Lufti, I also would love to be paid to travel. Don't we all want that? So thank you for sharing that speech about traveling and the lessons that you learned. In this informative speech, I noticed several things that I admire, but let me refer back to your project because your project is question and answer session. So I'm going to evaluate you not only on your presentation, but also on how you facilitate your question and answer session. So in this presentation that you did, there are two points that I particularly like. The first one is your engagement with your audience. And you did this in several ways. For example, in the beginning of your presentation, you started by asking a question in the introduction and you asked the audience to raise hands. It really, you really started to build rapport with the audience. And also during the question and answer session, you facilitated quite well. You even acknowledged the questioner or like the one who asked the question. Oh, thank you for that question. It's a simple gestures, but it really made us, or especially made the one who asked the question felt acknowledged. So I commend you on that. The second thing that I like is the well-structured speech presentation. So I imagine a car with a specific destination being typed into its GPS. Your speech was like that. We know clearly where we will go, what the speech is all about, because in the beginning you had an introduction, you exactly explain what you're going to say and how it's going to be run, the session, and you had 3 clear main points, and you also summarize at the end. During the question and answer session, you also generally answered straight away, on point, and easy to understand, and not so much, going here and there. So those are the two things I particularly enjoy. And to make your flight ticket going from economy class to business class, here is my two recommendations. First one is, when I listen to your presentation and question and answer, one sentence or like one question pop up. What's in it for me? Why should I listen to you and learn like 3 things about Japan? So if you can elaborate this point and you relate it to the audience a little bit, I think this will take the presentation to the next level, and it will also raise up our awareness and our attention. For example, you can say, we can learn from everyone, and these are 3 things that act as a reminder for me, and I hope it act as a reminder for you as well. The second thing that I would like to recommend to you is in terms of the delivery in online setting. So I noticed your eye contact was glancing sideways, maybe you're picking at your notes, some gestures were drawn by the screen. So better online setup will help you achieve better result, and your gestures will be more visible, and your eye contact can be also better seen. Overall, it was a good attempt at question and answer session. I really enjoy it, and I look forward to your next flight. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Wow. I thought it will be a civil war in Avengers titles of movies, but it is very Toastmasters. Now, this is very unique of Toastmasters. We will have another evaluation session, which is evaluation session 2, the topic masters. This evaluation session will be headed by our amazing DTM Brahma Kumar. So, ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome one of the most amazing Toastmasters on earth, DTM Brahma Kumar. DTM Brahma Kumar, time is yours.
Oh, there he is. Welcome to the best and most exciting part, the fun part. How often have you heard such a phrase when you come to a table topic session? Many times when I go there, I find that I'm actually seeing a vampire. Someone is there to frighten us, make us stand our toes. But here is Ben, soaring high above and looking at us and telling us, come with me on a journey. And he took out on a flight of imagination. He ignited our imagination and fueled an interest in us when he gave the topic by giving a brief history of each personality that he introduced. And then after every speaker has spoken, he propelled us to fly. If you have noticed, every topic makes us go back and think, I got an idea that I can put forth in my next speech. I have a new perspective on flying, and so forth. In fact, I found it very tough to evaluate your table topic session because I was soaring high above after listening to your table topics. It's a very good use of words, and his voice is clear, bold, and encouraging us. We feel energized when we listen to such speakers. And that, I think, is the true purpose of Toastmasters. One thing that I would recommend that you can consider when showing PowerPoint slide is to reduce the number of words. Sometimes we can't read too many words. It might be best to reduce the words to 6 or 8, and you be the spokesman, you be the voice, you be the one that articulates those words rather than making everyone see those words and get distracted sometimes. And I like the way you led on from one person to another. There's a continuous flow, a flow that made us want to watch this like as if like watching a movie or a journey, going on a journey. You brought us on a journey on the history of flight and how imaginations and thinking above what you can normally do can bring you to a higher level. In short, these table topics makes us soar higher than what we can. From a pigeon, we become an eagle listening to such a table topic master. And I believe that if you can do more of this, we will all enjoy table topics And one final request, do come to Singapore and do the same magic that you did. Because I too want to fly. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Diti and Brahma Kumar. Well, to me, it seems that you are now evaluating while flying. That's amazing. And you must have eagle eyes with you because you can see Ben is doing the type of topic things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the timer to give reports about all the timer already used by each evaluator. Timer, please give
Thank
the reports.
you. So for Vivi, 3 minutes 19 seconds. Dian, 3 minutes 2 seconds. Natalie, 3 minutes 16 seconds. And Brahma, 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Thank you.
So all are qualified, right?
Yeah, are eligible. Yeah.
Cool. Now I'd like to give the control back to Tom. Tom, it is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Marindadika, our general evaluator. Such a encouraging and constructive feedback from the evaluations. Well, now it's time for voting. From the previous one, I was lost focus. I think one bottle is not enough for me because it's already 9:30 in here. Local time, ladies and gentlemen, local time is 9:30. So, Robin Chan, Toastmaster Robin Chan, can you please release the ballot?
All
Sorry,
right.
the poll.
Poll. Yeah. All right. So now I'm launching the poll. Please vote. All right. So while people are voting, you can carry on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Robin. See, lost focus already. No, now I would like to invite for the general evaluator to conduct the general evaluation for this meeting. General evaluator, back to you again.
Thank you, Tom, Desi. It is an amazing meeting, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to invite my best grammarian on earth, Toastmaster William. Toastmaster William from Singapore. It is your turn.
Thank you. My best partner, the general evaluator. Well, a very good evening again, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I do understand that English is not your first language, so I will not be too strong over the pushing of usage of language over here. But then again, I will just share with you what are things that we can improve together to make sure that English is a much easier language to use. Yeah. Well, in fact, today I was quite impressed with the kind of English that everyone is using over here, and some good usage of the English itself is the do it. Okay, new experience, new perspective. Okay, as I heard things like capacity and commitment is a double C and so on. They actually enhance the speech even further. And I also heard things of moving from one to another. Okay, for example, from economy class to first class by Natalie. That was well done. And then from TTM Brahma Kumar, he was saying from pigeon to eagle. This is pretty interesting how things can be so-called spoken as words. Now, things like unlock opportunity. Okay, holidays in Bali is like heaven. Working in Bali is like hell. Wow. And well, let's look at some of the language on improvement, some of the things for improvement and so on over here. Yeah. From the very beginning itself, I came in quite early, so I heard quite a number of conversation going around while you're speaking, sharing your experience and so on. So these are some of the words which I picked up. And when you use these words, always bear in mind to know what it actually meant before you actually use it. Now, words like cute, C-U-T-E. To us, most of the time we say, oh, the baby is cute, your boyfriend is cute, your girlfriend is cute. This is the common kind of words which we use. But if you were to look into the dictionary itself, do you know the meaning of cute? It's actually ugly, but adorable. So if you tell someone saying that, oh, you're really cute and so on, that means you're really ugly, but adorable. So try to use the right word at the right time. If you want to say that you're adorable, then just use adorable. Then don't use the word cute. Yeah. Now, I've actually heard things like kids as well. Someone sharing on kids, and kids itself have a few meaning. Now, kids can also be the young of the goat. So if you use how many kids you have and someone answer you back saying that, oh, I got 4 kids and so on, then are you a papa goat or a mama goat? So be mindful of what you're using, because some of the words does have a lot of meaning in it. And when they have more than 2 meanings, try not to use it. That's why most of the time when we are doing presentation and so on, we like to use the word like child, children. How many children do you have? Okay, I only got 1 child and so on. So try not to use the word kids if you can. That's why the Americans always love to listen to the British, because they use perfect English.
Wrong.
Now, the sharing itself on with someone saying that I love bakso with sambar. Well, bakso itself is fantastically well with me. But then again, bakso itself is good to actually explain to our friends who are from overseas. Bakso is actually meatballs. Yeah. So try to explain that. Now, the pronunciation of words over here, I find it a little bit challenging, because in the sense of because Indonesian, they don't use English as their first language most of the time. So I do understand that, but let's learn together. Okay. From the beginning itself, I heard things like English. There's a shortage of a H behind. So it's supposed to be English. English, not English. Okay. Now, I also heard finish. Finish. Supposed to be finish. H. There's a H pronunciation behind finish. I also heard things like COVID is COVID. COVID. Then I also heard push farther. It's not push farther, it's push further. Further, as in fur clothes, further. Yeah. I heard gester. It's not gester, because when you put the G-E-S together, it's actually pronounced as a J instead of a G. So it's gestures. Gestures. I heard of leech. We leech somewhere. It's not leech, but reach. Reach with an R. Pronunciation of the R is important. Reach. I also heard things like shooting. Very soothing. So are you shooting someone, or is it very soothing? It's supposed to be soothing. Yeah, it's not shooting. So you try to pronounce as, because there's a S-O-O over there, so you drag a bit over there. Soothing. It's just like, for example, you're telling someone that you want to go to the Pandai. Yeah. So is that a beach or a beach? So if let's say you pronounce it too fast and so on, I would like to go to the beach. So you're actually looking forward to go to find a woman. Okay, which you call a beach, which is not that nice. But if you are going to a beach to enjoy yourself, so it's beach. So you drag the center part itself. Okay. I heard role model. It's supposed to be role model. Okay, role model. I heard camera as well. Okay, it's not camera, but it's actually camera. Camera. Now, these are the sentence structure which I've actually note down. There's more to it, but I'll just pick up some of the most important one. Okay, in English itself, we tend to use things like remind you all. It is nice to see you all. Now, the all itself is actually redundant. It's nice to see you. You itself can be a lot of people. Okay, it's nice to see you. So you can say it's nice to see you, but you all itself, the all itself is redundant, because once you get so happy in using that all itself whenever you want to talk about a lot of people, like we all, they all, and then suddenly you all, and then become I all. So try to remove that all. Okay, it's actually all of them, all of us, okay, all of you. So just because some people wanted to shortcut the whole thing, they put you all, I all, they all, and so on. So try not to use that. Now, when I also heard things like open the meeting. Now, how do you open the meeting? You can open a can of worm, but there's no way of opening the meeting. Okay, to actually give the opening address for the meeting. Yeah. So I've also heard for those that came to this meeting for the first time, for those who came to the meeting for the first time, now what's the suggestion over here? For those that came to the meeting for the first time.
For those first timers?
Yes, for those first timer, correct? Because if you talk about human being, you don't use the word dead. Dead is for non-living thing. You use for those who come, not came, because it's the first time that they come, they are still here. All right, it's not came. So for those who come to this meeting for the first time, okay. Now I've also heard speaking in front of other people is a common mistake which we use, especially when we are Asian. English is not our mother tongue. So you can either use it as speaking in front of others or speaking in front of people is good enough. One of the words is actually, you don't need it over there. Now, I've also heard things like, if you are seated, if you are seated, if you are seated. If you are seated, it's okay. Yeah. So seated, that means you're already seated over there. I've also heard things like this also produce in the male body. This also produced in the male body also. Now you see there's two also over there. So one of them is actually redundant. So you can just remove the last also within the sentence itself. I've heard the length of his speech. Now, how do you measure the length of his speech? Tricky, yeah? So it would be good to say that the duration of his speech will be between 5 to 7 minutes instead of the length of his speech. Okay, so we have okay, what else over here? Yeah, this is a very common mistake as well. To employ as much employee. Now, employee is a human being. You can count them. Much is unless you cannot count them at all. Like, for example, sand, rice, or anything. Things whereby it's small and you need a big quantity. Much, yes, okay. But if let's say it's human being, animals, or anything whereby you can actually count them, you use to employ as many employee instead of much. Okay. Now, on the evaluation side, what's used to encourage your speaker is very important. I've heard, I would like to challenge you. Now, when you put that, I would like to challenge you is a bit strong over here, because the speaker may, if let's say it's the first time and so on, they'll be taken aback. Yeah. Instead, it would be good that I would like to throw you a challenge. Okay, so when you throw them a challenge, it's up to them whether they want to take it or not. But if you put it, I would like to challenge you, that means you are actually confronting them. Okay, so try to put it in the subtle manner, in a soft manner, so that people will whether take it, whether they accept it or they don't. So I would like to challenge you is a little bit too strong. Instead, I would like to throw you a challenge. okay, to better yourself. Yeah. Now, in evaluation is very tricky at times. I've trained a lot of evaluators to become champion evaluators. Now, what's something whereby it's good, okay? You link them up and telling them about no good. Now, this linking itself is very important. Now, for example, you're telling someone saying that, well, you're fantastic with your vocal variety, you're good with your body languages. However, now when you use the word however, somehow or the other, your audience as well as your speaker will know that something bad is coming. So they'll be taken aback. Yeah. Likewise, if you're telling them, say, oh, you're great with your body language, you're good with your vocal variety, but now the word but itself also will take the people aback. So what kind of words to use and how do you actually use the kind of words with strong vowel to link them up? Okay, for example, if you are sharing with someone saying that you are the worst kind of person that I've seen and so on and so forth, but that means something is coming good, right? So you can do that. In the sense of evaluation itself, if you want to link things up by telling people the good, the bad, and then the good, okay, the CRC method, you can tell them things like what probably Natalie have actually used, okay, to use a more comforting and easier acceptable words for them to accept. Or on the other way, you can actually use things like, you're great with your presentation. I love it. Good vocal variety, good body language. I personally felt that you can actually improve by doing this. Now it becomes personal. Okay, it becomes personal, and you did not actually use strong vowels. That's why people will be able to accept it easier. Okay, that's my sharing. It's all up to you whether you want to use it or not. Well, for this, I've got to say thank you for the invitation. Although it's last minute, Brahma called me last minute and so on. So I just happened to adjust my time a bit and then come in. I hope my sharing is good for you. Okay, thank you, Brahma, for inviting, and thank you to the club as well for taking me on last minute as well. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Toastmaster William. That was very complete grammarian evaluation. Now, I would like to invite my team as an counter, Titi Nancy. Titi Nancy, time is yours.
Yes, thank you, GE. Let me share the screen. Will I be allowed to share the screen?
Yes, you can. You can now.
Let me try again. Still cannot. Let me just read. Yes, now I can. So here is my counter report. Toastmaster Leah as the first speaker, she had 3 ya, and then 3 2 and 2 a. Toastmaster Della as the second speaker, 1 what, 2 and repeated word 2 times. And then Toastmaster Lutfi, 10 so, 6 now, 1 and, 1 okay, 1 like, 3 right, and then 1 13 and 11 a. And for the repeated words, I don't want to 2 times, maybe because of the long duration of the speech. For Toastmaster Desi Eva is the Tom, 1 Toastmaster Ben as the table topic master, 1 Toastmaster Robin, a repeated word I 2 times. Toastmaster Rahwono as the table topic participant, 2 1 a, and the repeated word is employees 2 times. DTM William Lim as grammarian, 1 okay, and then 2 a. When he was the table topic participants, no filler words. Toastmaster Sarah, no filler words. Toastmaster Vivi, no filler words. Toastmaster Dian, 3 ya. 2R, 4A. Toastmaster DTM Natalie and DTM Brahma Kumar, no filler words. And for the word of the day, SOR, Toastmaster Lia had mentioned 2 times the word SOR, and then Toastmaster Della 1 time, Toastmaster Daisy 1 time, Toastmaster Ben 3 times, and DTM Brahma Kumar 3 times. Okay, so here is my counter report, and this awareness hopefully provide added motivation to cut out our filler words from our speech. That's all from me, and back to you, GE.
Thank you, Accountant Titin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now it's my turn to give a general evaluations throughout our meeting today. Well, we are lucky we started the open room 15 minutes before the starting time, and yet we starting this meeting on time, which is very good. In the middle somewhere, apparently we are using times more than it is scheduled. Well, I hope it is okay to most of you. And so far, from the time to time, as a rundown already distributed to you, it works very good. Fluence, rule takers by rule takers already know and perform their job very well. I'm happy for this. And I'm sure really happy to see that all the teams works together to give the report very good. And now I would like to ensure that each of you will be delivering Toastmaster speech or evaluation next session, next meeting. We'll be very happy because this club will ensure that each of us can perform best of each member. Now I would like to give the control back to Tom. Tom, I think my general evaluation is now over. I will give control back to you. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much, GA. Well, there's a very excellent evaluation from the grammarian, from the accountant, and also from the GE. We learned a lot tonight. Yes, we use a lot of redundancy in our language, but it's good because we are practicing. Now it's time for to present the words. To present the words. Now I will let the ballot to help me to present the award. So the order will be from the best table topic. Apparently we have a tight result in here. So the best table topic speakers for tonight are, drum roll please. Are you ready, ballot? Okay, DTM William, and the second one is our ballot, Toastmaster Robin. Oh, we will take pictures, right?
Yes, take picture.
Okay.
Natalie, can you help me take the picture?
Sure. I just spotlighted DTM
Yeah.
William with the certificate. So DTM William, give your best smile in 3, 2, 1. Yes. Okay. Thank you and congratulations. And next one is Robin, is it?
Yeah, Robin.
Okay. All right. So Robin, best smile in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, back to you, Des.
Okay, thank you very much, DTM Natalie, for helping out. Now for the second award is for the best evaluator. For the best evaluator, given to drumroll, Toastmaster DTM Natalie Cahyadi, our president. Praveen, you will take the picture. Oh,
I can do like a supermarket, you know.
Okay.
I can do like
I cannot take the picture when I'm putting.
Yeah.
Okay,
when
so
I'm sharing screen.
I'm gonna do it. Okay, Natalie, give your best smile in 3, 2, 1. Okay, next.
Perfect. Excellent. So, the one and only DTM Natalie. Well, for the best speaker for the prepared speeches, for the best speaker today is our newest member, Toastmaster Leah, for her icebreaker. Toastmaster Leah, congratulations.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, okay, Leah. Before you're screaming and jumping out of the screen, right? So just 3 seconds to maintain your pose.
I will.
Okay, smile in 3, 2, 1. Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, for the next award is actually for the first timer in our club. We appreciate, as we based on our core value, we appreciate we respect each other, and then we respect all performance from the members of our clubs. So we have a first timer to perform the role or either to deliver the speech. So for the first timer today will be awarded to Toastmaster Leah Kusumawardani. Toastmaster Natalie, would you please
No,
again?
this one is icebreaker. This is
Oh yeah,
icebreaker.
for the icebreaker. Oh no, this just now for the first
ice-
timer. Yes,
this-
for the icebreaker.
Yeah,
for the
icebreaker first.
Yeah, the first timer.
Okay, Leah, another 3 seconds of fame. Haha, enjoy. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Great.
Okay, and for the second one, congratulations to me as the first timer as a Toastmaster of the meeting. So it's been a long time I've been absent from this club. So today I perform a role as a Toastmaster of the day.
Awesome,
Okay.
Desi. Okay, hang on. Where are you? I'm gonna pin you. Where's Desi? Pin. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, thank you very much. And for our last first timer is Toastmaster Imelda Hutabarat to perform her role today as a timer. Thank you. Toastmaster Imelda. Where is Toastmaster Imelda?
Yes, I have pinned her as well. Okay,
Okay.
Imelda, beautiful smile. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Back to you, Des.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Natalie, and also Toastmaster Robin Chan for helping me to deliver, to present the awards. So that's the end of our section. Back to our theme today, that I believe I can fly. As I said in the opening, that flying for the time being is a privilege, such a privilege, because to be able to fly, for me, there are so many considerations to take before you have to be able to fly. But I believe that we will be able to fly again without worry. My suggestion to face the current situation of the COVID-19 pandemic: don't quack like a duck, soar like an eagle. Thank you very much. I hand over our president, Natalie. Thank you very much. I hope that you enjoy this meeting.
Thank you, Desi. Well done. Our first time Toastmaster of the meeting. Congratulations. I would like to invite us to give another warm applause for Desi. And also, actually, we forgot one first timer as well. I think it's also Rendra's first time as general evaluator. So Rendra, congratulations. We forgot because you seem so comfortable in your role, whatever that you're doing. You seem like a seasoned Toastmaster. So it's gonna go up in the WhatsApp group, but congratulations also on being the first time GE. Well done. Okay, guys, a quick club business. I would like to invite Ben to do it.
Yes, this is the time of year. So first of all, I want to say thank you for all of our guests. If you are not a member of this club, I want to real quick ask Sarah, how did you find out about us and how did you like it?
Me?
Yeah, Sarah, 30 seconds. How did you like this meeting?
Okay. Thank you very much, Ben. Well, this is my first time in Bhinneka, so maybe I'm like DTM Brahma said, well, we are supposed to be given the award as first timer as well. No, I'm kidding. But this Bhinneka, I find it enjoyable, great session. I don't know, even though I'm very new here. I mean, I don't even know people here. Even I don't have any friend from Bhinneka, but you guys are so welcome. And then the session was so smooth and nice. So I love it. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Please come again, and you could join us too. That'd be awesome. All right, and a couple more role takers, real quick. So 20 seconds. I've already taken up 2 minutes of your time, so I'm borrowing some of yours. Mr. William, 20 seconds, please. Only 20. How did you like our meeting today? Thank you for your role.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for the invitation. Basically, I love it because of the energy within the club itself. Well, don't be scared off with what I've done just now as a language evaluator. All right. Because to start, you don't need to be good, but to be good, you need to start somewhere. So join Toastmasters to improve yourself, whether it's in English or in presentation. Don't worry about what I've done just now. I just want to say that just enjoy yourself in your journey in Toastmasters.
Thank you, sir. I'm a native English speaker, and that brought back some memories, the way he taught us our grammar when I was in school. Scary thoughts. All right, Brahma, thank you for your fantastic words to me. 20 seconds. How did you like our meeting? And thanks for coming.
B, bravo. E, energetic. And N, let's not dispute the end of our conversation.
Yes, what a great acronym. Ben. Thank you, sir. Tintin, is it Titin? I'm going to say it, mispronounce it. Sorry. Thank you for your role. Can you give us 20 seconds of feedback?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for your trust so that I can be the counter for today. And yes, I learned a lot from the speeches, the content of the speech, and how the prepared speakers and the table topic speakers delivered their speeches. That was a great meeting, and thank you.
All right, thank you very much from our side. And our returning guest, real quick, 15 seconds of taking more of your time. Rachwana, do you want to share your thoughts again?
Well, yeah, joining for the second time, it's a pleasurable time, I guess, because it's again, I would say it's a great day to end the weekend, and also it's a great way to start the Monday. So thank you.
Yes. Now this
I
is
have
a
a problem. I have a problem with my camera though. So
it's okay. We know what you look like. As long as you're happy and healthy, that's all that matters. But this is my transition because I really want our returning guests to just join. And if you are no longer a member of our club, you don't have to stay anymore. We are happy that you came. But if you want to stay and listen to us talk about money, you can. So as the VPE, guys, this is our time where we need to start thinking about renewing our membership. And this is the culty thing about Toastmasters, where we have to kind of beg you and plead and think, add more value. We need to renew our membership so we can still be a club, right? So please, and then Sarah has showed her club information in the chat box. So if you want to check it out, her meeting's on Sundays. Is it Pikan Baru meeting? So thanks, Sarah. But anyways, so for our members, Leah, I think you've already signed up. You're good for 6 months. So let's all give a congratulations to Sarah. She's the newest member, and she's already renewed for the next 6 months. Way to go, Sarah. I mean, not Sarah, but Leah. I'm sorry, Leah. Good job. So for me, Natalie, Robin, Della, Daisy, Marindra Dika, Imelda, Lufti, and Dion. And the rest of our members are not here. If you guys want to stay a member, please think about renewing and get some funds to us, so we don't have to hunt you down and beg, because it's up to you. But we want to keep this thing alive and keep the energy alive. So we got to start thinking about renewing our membership. Okay? The awkward part. The American is asking the Indonesians for money.
Very colonialistic.
I remember I'm in Bali, right? So I need money to go home.
Okay.
Anyways, Natalie, back to you.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. And it is 7 minutes past 9. So my apology for finishing late. I think by the end of the speech, it's going to be 8 minutes late. But I would like to again thank everyone who came to our meeting tonight, especially the visiting Toastmasters, who is also doubling up as our role player, table topic Master Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Brahma Kumar, thank you so much. Our grammarian, Distinguished Toastmaster William Lim, thank you. And you know, DTM William, our club actually consisted of probably half of them were ex-debaters. So in terms of mental strength, you can throw us a brick and we'll be okay. So we love stick approach rather than carrot. Okay, and also thank you for Titin for helping us also from Empire Toastmasters Club. Who else did I miss? Sarah for coming, and also our guest Rahwono for coming back. So thank you everyone, and thank you for all Bhinneka members. Welcome back for some of you, and let's go on our path on personal development, do your project, taking active role, because after all, this club exists for you and to help you. By that, I would like to officially close our club meeting, and tonight's club meeting is officially closed. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. See you again.